Hey guys, it's Adam for It's Tea Time 210. Today is Tuesday, and the topic this week for week 36, I believe, is what would you do if your child was a member of the LGBT community, basically came out to you. So I guess I'm going to start this topic touching on a little bit of what Parker said in his video. I do think as a parent and watching your kid identify with some sort of minority group and knowing that they're going to be possibly and very likely discriminated against and not understood, and that their life is going to be a bit harder. It might be better because they're being open and honest and all of that stuff, but it is going to be a little bit more difficult for them. And as a parent, I would do anything to protect my kid from that. Obviously, I'm not a parent, but if I was a parent, that's what I believe my job would be, to protect my kid as much as I could. And that's something that I would have to come to terms with, realizing that I can't protect them from themselves and I can't protect them from society. And that would be tricky, but that's just the way it is. I also would mention that if my son was either gay in an effeminate way or trans, I would be a little disappointed because I would love to have a son to do normal guy things with, to teach them sports, how to play catch, go to the first baseball game, go see a football game, watch the Super Bowl, teach them how to play soccer or football, those types of things. Yeah, I would really feel like I missed out. But again, that's sort of my problem, not their problem. If that's who they are as a person, there's nothing I could or would want to do to change that about them. I also would like to mention that in my other video about telling the kids, I do think it's important as far as education goes to educate your kid reasonably young, when they're ready for it, about alternate sexuality and alternate gender, just so that they know, so that they have a healthy understanding about it. They're not, if they are sexually variant or gender variant, then they're going to understand that. They're going to have the words and the terminology to express that a lot younger and a lot easier than I did. And if they're not, they're going to have a healthier respect for those type of people. So I think it's a win-win situation. I would also like to say that if my kid, and the likelihood of this is really slim, happened to be trans, either M to F or F to M, I would definitely take them to a therapist as soon as they started expressing that, and hopefully, given the education I would give them, they would be able to verbalize that feeling and stuff a lot easier than I did. And I would put them on hormone blockers when they were ready for it, especially if they felt it was necessary. That's something I wish I'd had as a kid. And I think that I would support them. I would take care, support them financially for their transition. Obviously, if I didn't have the money, I would work something out, but I feel like, it's part of your role as a parent to put your kid, to get your kid off on the right foot, and if getting my kid off on the right foot includes, making a transition, then that's what that includes. So I think that's all I've got about that. I don't think there's any reason to, discriminate against LGBT people. I don't always like gay guys, but it is not because they're gay. It's because of the way they interact with me or whatever that I'm uncomfortable. And I don't not like all gay guys. It's just a lot of pushier ones I have trouble with. So I do think that I really wouldn't care. I just want my kid to be happy. And Parker also talked in his video a lot about love and support, and I do think that's hugely important for your kid. Whether they're going through a transition, whether they're identifying as a sexual or gender minority group, whether whatever they're going through in their life, it is totally important to have their parents' love and support no matter what. There is a difference between condoning certain actions and being supportive of certain actions that might be incorrect or not appropriate. there's a difference between that, and there's a difference between supporting someone no matter what choice they make. Um, whether they're in jail, whether they're a drug addict, whether you think they're a drug addict and they don't. It's all about support and all about showing them that you care and that you're not going to write them off just because of something that they said. And I think that we as trans guys actually would be better parents in a lot of ways because we've had this experience and we know what it's like for these different, to not have your parents' full support or to be misunderstood. So that's all I've got for this week. I'll see you guys next week, hopefully on time, and take care. Peace.